A rhythm. Wanna talk about it. The rhythm of love. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Flavor House Network's The Love Rhythm Recipe. I'm Casey. I'm your host. I'm your master chef. I am your navigator through this thing we call food and love. Tonight, hey, we're going to do some real good stuff. But first, let me tell you about what we're going to be cooking up here. We're going to be cooking up some delicious garlic butter steak with fresh vegetables, okay? Hey, I'm going to tell you a story about that. And some lovely potatoes. And it's going to be pretty much a one pot or one skillet meal. It's going to be delicious. And tonight's topic, dun, 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 it's going to be wealth and relationships. Hey, it's going to get pretty spicy here. But first, let's see what our mixologist has come up with. Let's give it a little taste. Well, hey, you say, okay, what is this? Okay, looks like something red. What is it? Something red. Okay, well, you know something red goes like a red wine goes very well with beef. So we do a mocktail here. What's happening with the mocktail? Okay, so let me give it a taste. Nicely chilled. Perfect. I'm glad it's not any ice in it because guess what? I'd be freezing. This is delicious. It has a little fizz to it. It has almost like a bouquet of a red wine, if you've ever tasted one, but better. I don't like wines and things like that. You know, I'm not a big drinker, but I especially don't like them when they're too dry. This tastes like a well-tasting. If I were to create a red wine, it would have to be slightly sweet. And I think that, and it has like a fizz to it. So it has this punch. I can't explain it. I'm going to let Corey do it. So, mixologist, tell us what we got.
Yes, ma'am. So, what I did with this one was take the Welch's grape juice, the red grape juice, and I also added the sparkling water, which had strawberries and kiwi flavor to it.
Okay.
And then I added some Splenda syrup to it to just,
like a simple syrup. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So we have the Welch's, you said sparkling red grape?
Yes.
Okay. Drink or what do you call it? Is it a drink? Yeah, kind of like a drink. So it's kind of like, it's just kind of like a sparkling grape drink. Yeah, like a non-alcoholic type thing. Okay, and he put in strawberry kiwi salsa water. He had some simple syrup, and you said something else.
No, that was it.
Oh, that's it. Well, anyway,
three
ingredients, simple to the point. Going to be really good. It's going to pair really good with this steak. Okay. What I want to do is I want to show you the ingredients of the steak. I'm going to get my potatoes. Beautiful sister's going to cut up a couple more because she forgot how these people eat. And we're going to dice those up and we're going to get those on. And we're going to be marrying these flavors together. Okay. Oh, who do I see here? Okay. My wonderful husband is sitting there with his signature sign. You know, I got the wrong glasses on, y'all. So let's just clean these up, put them on, stop playing. For real. Okay. These are for distance. This is not for looking up close. So, okay, yeah. Why don't I have bifocals? Because when I don't say that, multifocals. Well, the thing is with multifocals, it can mess with your peripheral vision, the vision on the sides when you're driving. And it does. It's a lot for my eyes to have to deal with. Some people it bothers, some people it doesn't. I'm one of those people it bothers. So therefore, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of glasses. Yes, I do. I'm just saying. So in case inquiring minds wanted to know, let me clean these things. All right. And that way I can see up close. Woo, okay. So as I said, we got Miss Huckabee here in the house. Okay, what do you say? Hi there, Flavor House. This dish with thick cut bacon. Wiggling my toe. Child, we ain't put no bacon, not no bacon today. We got some nice, thick, beautiful. I got a hold of some nice actually beautiful looking New York strip steaks. Now you can use whatever steak you can get your hands on, because it really doesn't matter in this house because we use Adolph's meat tenderizer. Okay, and it'll tenderize a piece of leather. Yes, it will. You just leave it on there longer and it'll break down the tissues, the way it needs to do in order to help tenderize whatever you're putting it on. But they had this. I grabbed it. It's going to be a winner. Okay, so let's look at the ingredients. Beautiful sister can finish cutting up that potato and we'll get the potatoes on. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, so we're going to look at these ingredients. And it's going to be a lot. Okay, this is the deal. Okay, what I originally wanted to do with this, some of the stuff is a little bit less of it. So we're going to be doing creation. Okay, so everything over there I may or may not use. But basically what you're going to be having, I've become very fond of, and I'm just going to be totally honest, I don't really like green peppers too much. They're kind of pungent for me. I like red peppers. They're a little sweeter. So, but you do see green on here, and that's because, just let me bring this down, these are jalapeno peppers, but they're not hot. Once you take the insides out, you're left with something that looks like a green bell pepper. However, it's not hot. It just has a very, the meat, the outer skin and the meat of jalapeno has a very, very good flavor, believe it or not. So instead of green peppers, I use this. You can use green peppers or you can try this. I have a nice white onion and they're kind of cut julienne style. And same thing with julienne is actually straight. So we just kind of cut them so they can be bigger, so they can be seen, because everybody wants to be seen. And then, of course, I have a red pepper. This is 2 jalapenos. This will be about a quarter of a green pepper. This is a full red pepper, which is about a medium size. And this is what size? A half of a white onion. Okay, so that's what we got. Let me get this back in here. Then the next contestant is... Ooh. Oh, the onion juice got it in my throat. Wow. This is why I use red onion. Ooh.
You might have got a little bit of the jalapeno juice.
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, she's right. Okay, so in this bowl I have, wow, it's tickling my throat. Let me get it. I got a little bit of jalapeno essence in my throat. Yeah. So if I cough, I'm not sick. That stuff just went up in there. I wasn't prepared for that. So I'm gonna wash my hands, because if that did that, it may be on my hands. Okay. Anyway, we have about 8 potatoes here?
That's about 6 potatoes.
This is 6, but we're gonna have about 8. Okay, potatoes. So they're red potatoes. You can use Yukon Gold. You can use, I wouldn't suggest using Idaho. People will use them, but I find them to be they're not as smooth and creamy. So I like red potatoes. So they're diced up nicely, if you see. Yeah, about this size. And so we have those. I have, and I don't know how many pounds this is. This is what, like 4 steaks? 4?
Yeah, 4 steaks.
Okay, so each one of these steaks is probably about a pound. So I'd be about 4 pounds of New York strip, which we have diced up into larger pieces, into little pieces about the size of the potato, just a little bit larger. Okay. And like I said, you can use whatever steak you want to use. Now, I will be using a little bit of this red cooking wine. Okay. Just a tad. You don't have to have this. This is not an option. But now, because some of the ingredients that I thought I had are not here. Okay. Not here anymore. So I didn't have time to get them. I'm having to be creative. So I'm going to use a little bit of red cooking wine, but the basis of this steak is going to be your garlic and lovely butter. Okay. You can use, and like I said, depending on what happens, because I don't know if I want to do a little flour roux or whatever to thicken it up. So I may grab a little bit of this jarred gravy in order to thicken what I want to do, but I probably won't have to. I have black pepper. I have some onion powder. I'm going to be using a little bit of salt, maybe. I have my all-purpose seasoning, which I use in everything, my Casey's Blessing. You can grab some all-purpose seasoning, if you don't already have it, from your local grocery store until this is available, which, hey, at this point, someday, you'll be together. Yep. So And I have some beautiful, do I have it upside down? Butter, 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 butter. Makes things all better. And that's the garlic butter steak. I have some teriyaki sauce, low sodium. I'm going the other direction. I have a little bit of, and when I say a little teeny tiny bit of liquid smoke, because I just want that smoky flavor. You don't have to. It's going to be kissed with it. And if you actually have some Worcestershire sauce, which I got enough, hopefully, I'm going to be using a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, I know what I use.
Okay, and of course I have some cooking spray just to spray my pan so I can feel safe that they don't get stuck. And we're gonna be doing a little olive oil for the sauteing of the meat. This flour is optional, so you can kind of put that to the side. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So we'll kind of make it as we go along. I'm gonna have some fresh thyme. I got some fresh rosemary. I have my herbettes here, which is the chopped parsley. I have some chopped basil, and I have some chopped Italian seasonings. Get yourself these things. I'm telling you, they stay fresh. They are just like you picked them, really. So
we got someone named Ann here.
Hi, Ann. Welcome. How are you today? I'm glad to have you here,
and
for sure.
And sorry, Lone Wanderer is here as well.
Hey, Lone, how are you? Okay, and I have a little browning gravy. I use Gravy Master, you know, if I need it. We'll see what goes on once I saute this stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get this back over, and I may need another butter. I don't know. Oh, I have two, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna use two, but we'll see as we go along. Put that Casey's blessing over, and that, and this, and that. Okay. All right. So tonight's topic of conversation: wealth and relationships. Okay. So, you know, money or finances, or you having it and them not having it, or you both having it, or lack thereof of any of it, can cause a whole lot of mess, okay, in a relationship. Or it doesn't have to. It's all about how you navigate. So, that being said, is it love or is it a lifestyle that you've grown accustomed to? So I'm kind of like veering towards, okay, why are we really together here? Hey, sometimes people want sugar daddies, sugar mamas, whatever the case may be, or financial stability is, I'd say, the anchor of the relationship. Okay, so is your partner in love with you or the lifestyle that you can provide? So, can you truly tell the difference between emotional intimacy and financial support? And I'm going to cut right here because she's running water.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah, and I'm talking. All right, so, and that probably is like a no, because it's annoying me. All right, but anyway, so provider pressure. So the person who is providing the finances, okay, I'm going to give you a perfect example. In a man-woman relationship, people tend to expect the man to be the financier. Okay, take you out to dinner, he should pay. You know, if you're in a relationship, he should be the breadwinner. He should be the head of the household. That is or was the norm, at least when I was growing up, baby boomers or whatever. And still now, you would think that people, quote unquote, or this is another generation and whatever, and people still kind of look at that dynamic. Okay, so a lot of times men feel pressured to be all of that. Me personally, I think a partnership is just that. Okay, so financially, emotionally, all those things across the board. And I think everybody in a relationship should pull their weight. I don't think that anybody should expect someone else to be their keeper. That's me. Other people have other opinions. What do you guys think? Okay, so while you think about that, let that marinate around your heads. Okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try to get some of this stuff going while we're talking. So let me just get up here. And what I want to do is I'm going to do the potatoes in a separate skillet, kind of like a home fry, because I want them to have, they're not going to be home fries. They're just going to be seasoned a little. And I'm going to kind of saute them a little in a separate skillet because I want to marry this stuff together. I don't want it all in the same. And I would, like I said, this is totally honest. Okay, I had a bigger skillet. It hasn't come. A new one hasn't come yet. The big one died. It's a moment of silence. Sad emoji. Okay, so so I got to kind of split it up. I would normally just do it all in one pan because I have more people to feed. If you're doing 2 people, hey, easy peasy. You can just get it in a normal skillet. So are we almost done with those cuttings?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I ended up having to do 4 because they're little.
okay, so she's doing a few more potatoes. So I'm going to get this stuff over here. I'm going to move this over. As a matter of fact, and let me get my meat and stuff. I'm over here out of the way. Okay. Or maybe are you almost done? Because I don't want to get in your way.
I'm almost done.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll just move my handy dandy table over. So we can get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Okay. Just like that. And we don't really need water in there because she has to finish cutting these potatoes up, you know. See, this is the difference between an experienced person with a knife and the people who use a potato cutter.
No,
Okay.
I don't use a potato cutter, but this knife is real sharp. So
Okay, so yeah, I could have cut these two or three potatoes in like 2 seconds. Okay, give it here. I'll cut it. Because it's like, okay, this is a project now. Come on, man.
It was like 5 potatoes. But they were little. I said that to you.
Okay, I'll set up the computer, please. I got to get my stilts, y'all. Let me put it away. Let me just see where my stilts are. Okay, because I have to set it and make it a little higher so you can see me. And then we'll be cooking with gas. All right, so let me just get you over here, and I'll just keep you sitting right here, and we'll cut. You know, let me see. Let me do some acrobatics. Maybe I'll flip the computer around so you can get to a little excitement. I don't know. Let's see. But I'm gonna hold you just like that, and get this over here. Look at me trying to do everything at one time. All right, y'all. So let me grab this and do that. Hey, I'm pretty darn good at this. What do you think? All right, and get you over here. All while I keep the plug in. This is amazing. Exactly. Assistant who? Okay, this is how you save money when you have a company. Do everything yourself. Yes. Okay, so we're going to kind of put you here. I guess she will be almost finished in a moment. And then I can get these potatoes where I want them to be. Or not. Okay. Anyway, because I want to put my potatoes on and then we can talk. Okay, but that's not happening.
You wanted me to peel and cut them.
Yeah.
Both things are being done.
All right. So let me grab my little trusty mocktail. I'm just moving all my belongings over here with me. How about that? And I guess I'll keep talking because I'm waiting for the potatoes. Anyway.
Do you have water or anything in your pan?
I don't need water in my pan because I'm going to saute them.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm going to, so for note to anyone who's coming in, I'm sauteing these. I don't really want them to be wet. I want them to be dry. So I need for our beautiful assistant to drain the water off of them that she has. So basically, as I was saying, sometimes you'll be in a relationship, right? And the other person is the financier, like I said. So, okay, there's a give and take that you go through. Okay, if someone, and like I said, maybe sometimes it's not, but if someone is driving that train financially, a lot of times they want to drive everything else. So just beware. Okay, I have a perfect story, and it's on YouTube. You know, and it's yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna tell that story or not, me, but it's a cautionary tale, that's for sure. But you know, money as a power tool. People dangling that carrot over in front of your face. Okay, who controls the money, and does the money control the relationship? So you think about that. Hey, he got the credit card. She got the credit card. You're asking her for an allowance. things like that. So you have to really think about all of these things when you see dollar signs. It's like, oh, this is going to be an easy ride. Maybe not. Okay. And like I said, it depends on the people and the partner. But I'm focusing right now on that person that, hey, they want the soft life and they don't want to have to get the soft life for themselves. So they see a person that's the soft life. So that's the thing. All right. So the potatoes are done. So we're going to get them over here. Okay. But they're a little soggy. Well, I guess we're going to have to work with what we got.
Well, you
all
want
right.
me to completely dry it
No, we're fine. I got you. So let me get over here and dry everything up all over here. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't want so much liquid in the potato, I don't want the potatoes to boil. I want them to slightly brown. So let me get this off of here and that over here. So I asked you guys something earlier, okay? I didn't get any response, so I guess somebody has an opinion on that.
Let's see what anyone.
All right, so what I'm going to do in order to get some of this water off of here, guys, I'm going to take some paper towels and I'm going to dry off my potatoes. So that's what I'll do here. You normally don't have to do that. Like I said, just cut your potatoes ahead of time. And don't use so much fluid. Okay, so I'm going to put them over here like this. I'm just going to put a little piece of paper towel on top just to get a little bit of the water off. Because, see, I need for them to kind of brown a little. Get that over here. And wipe that up. Okay, and I'll put some paper towel on top of it. Okay, just like this. Just a little blotting. Okay, I'll sit that over there. While I do that, I will remove all the lovely jewelry. Yes, I will. Get that.
Can we repeat the question?
Out of the way. I forgot what the question is now. I forgot what the question is. It's been so long. Anybody remember my question? Guess not. Must not have been too important, huh?
Yes, 2 seconds of answer time. That's all you need.
Okay. What is Deb saying? She's saying OMG yes. About what? I don't know. All right.
Well, she said that when you were describing the vegetables.
Okay. Yeah, the vegetables. So I said what I said because I said it. Okay. So what I said was about the vegetables earlier. I've been having a time of it with the vegetables. When I said fresh vegetables, they're as fresh as I can get. So we're going to freshen them up. No, these don't look too bad. But honey, let me tell you earlier, we had a red pepper that looked beautiful on the outside, and on the inside, it was Eveline. It was just as dark and decayed, and yeah. So anyway, let me not digress. So I'm going to take these. Let me get my little skillet. Get my skillet hot. And move my pan over here. So I'm getting my skillet hot. I'm going to spray this skillet with a little bit of cooking spray. And then what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a little bit of avocado oil because I really want this to, I'm putting on a little higher heat. For the olive oil, yeah, I'm going to kind of put it on the potato. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me grab my avocado oil. All right. Looks like I'm low on everything. Time to restock the pantry, y'all. Okay. So I have some avocado oil, which I probably won't restock anytime soon, but this stuff costs almost $20. So maybe not doing that. We living in the real life now. Okay, that was the life 3 weeks ago when everything wasn't so expensive. Anyhow, so I'm going to put this here. Let me turn this on high because I want it to kind of do what I put it on 8. Let me do 7 because I got to get the potatoes. I want to put the potatoes in a freezer bag so I can put the olive oil on it without making a mess. I could have left it, dried the bowl out and all that good stuff like that there, but you know what? I'm not going through all that. So I'm going to get the potatoes in here. And this is one of my ways of, and let me just turn you this way. This is one of my ways of quick seasoning with things. And let me take it down even further because it's going to take a second to get this in here. So I'm going to grab the potatoes, and they've dried off as much as I need them to dry off. So I'm going to just grab them, put them in this bag. And yeah, get them all in here. And it's more than what I thought they were going to be in here. So I have to watch my skillet because these skillets will heat up and they'll get to smoking, and we don't want that. So let's see if I can kind of, I'm hesitant now. This is supposed to be the quicker picker upper. Y'all fill in the brand if you want to. And it's supposed to be able to hold up to things, to wetness and stuff. But if I lift this and these potatoes go kaput, that's not going to be a good look. So I'm going to try to be intentional. Okay, I took a little bit. Okay, it took a little bit of weight, probably about a half a pound. Okay, wouldn't take the weight of all of it. And I got them all in here. Let's get this wet tissue out of the way, or a paper towel. Get that in the trash. And so now I have all of the potatoes in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the olive oil. I'm going to drizzle the olive oil over the potatoes, and I'm going to massage it. So I'll probably take about a tablespoonful of this olive oil, and I'll drizzle it over my potatoes, just like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my Casey's Blessing, and I need some paprika. That's what I need. I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm not doing a whole lot of seasoning to this, just a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to take some pepper.
Paprika over here?
No, I don't, but I got to get it inside in the cabinet.
Probably not open. That's why I'm telling you get it.
Okay, let me move this back. Okay,
Well, no, it's just what's stuck
okay,
on one of the
yeah,
top.
something is stuck.
There we go.
So, okay, let's move that out of the way. Give it a little more body space. And so it's just the pepper, and then I'm going to put just a teeny little dab of salt in here. So not a lot, but the paprika I'm going to use for the browning, for what I need. Okay, and the skillet's getting hot, so it's not that hot. That's why I turned it down, which is a good thing. All right, thank you, beautiful assistant. So I'm going to put a little bit of paprika in here, probably about a teaspoonful or so. A lot of potatoes here. So let me do that, and then I'm going to do a massage. Yes, I am. See, because my potatoes are pampered. I'm just letting you know. They're pampered like some people want to be by their partners, and there's no reciprocity. But you got to realize for everything you get, there's something that you give. Okay, so a lot of times people feel like they should date within their status or their bracket. Okay, so if I'm a CEO, I need to date somebody with those 6 figures or more, whatever the case may be. And that can form an equilibrium. Yes, it does. It all depends on what is important to you. If the finances are more important than the romance, then, hey, that may be the way you want to go. See, and again, for me, it's like, it's not about what you have financially. Of course, you don't want somebody who's broke and don't want to help or whatever case it may be, but it's about what you put into the relationship, really. So you can have somebody who may not have as much monetarily as you, but they're putting into that relationship emotionally, and that is a form of support that you really do need. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, you can get 2-3 jobs. Well, can you find somebody that's really down for you? So that's the thing. All right. So let me go over here. And I am going to put some avocado oil in here because it can stand the heat. I'm just saying. So I'll probably put like 3 tablespoonfuls of avocado oil. And so let's see, let's get that. And this has a little small spout. So I don't want to, put a whole lot of oil in here, but I do need to coat the bottom of this pan so I can get the effect that I want. So let me close that back up. And I'm going to turn the heat up. I'm going to pump up the volume. That's what I'm going to do. So let me take this up. I'm going to take this up to an 8. Let me get this around here, and I'll let you see. I'm just coating the pan. That's it. Let me get it back over here because it's blinking, telling me, hey, Casey, you took me off the stove. You know I'm not going to work, right? This is one of those cooktops that doesn't get hot unless the pot is on there. It has to connect. So I'm not crazy. This she right here is special, aren't you? Yes, she's special. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little sip here, and for my potatoes, I'm just gonna, like I said, massage them. So as you see, between the olive oil and the seasonings, they're all fully coated. You're gonna get a nice brown on them. I'm just waiting. So let me try my little water dance. Don't try this at home, guys. And see where we are. Okay, I'm getting no sizzle. I'm getting no crack. That means that it's not hot enough. It needs to be hot enough. Okay, so it's the water is the order is dancing a little bit. It's doing a little bit, not everything, a little bit. And I'm hoping that this skillet is big enough to accommodate all these potatoes, because you need to have a little aeration. Otherwise, it will take the temperature down on your oil. Okay. I'm going to put one potato in there and see. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. Okay? And see. So let's see what happens. And I got a little sizzle. So I'm going to let it wait a couple of seconds because it's not quite there yet. And I'm going to get a paper towel so I can wipe my hands because I just got paprika on it. Okay. Not quite there. It still needs to, I like the heat to be a little bit hotter because I'm putting all these potatoes in here. Okay, so I think it's safe to say I can pour them in. So, yep, there you go. You hear that? Nice little sizzle. No mess. No mess. There you go. I'm going to get that in the trash. And then I'm going to start to stir it around. Kind of flatten them. And yeah, this is kind of, this skillet here is kind of small for all these potatoes. So I'm going to have to turn it up some more to get some heat conduction going, some real heat going, so I can get what I want going here. Because I want these to pretty much cook. And they're not really teeny tiny. So I'm going to have to kind of just keep stirring them to keep that heat going. Okay. And I'm going to stick a top on it so it can help conduct some of that heat. Kind of stick it in there, put the top on it. So while it's browning, it's also heat is circulating in here. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So dating somebody that is quote unquote on your level. As I said, I don't subscribe to these things, but some people do. You know, the biggest thing with finances in a relationship is transparency. So it doesn't mean you have to have everything in the same pot, but I suggest that you do have a pot. Okay, that is going to take care of the responsibilities that you have together. If you want to have a separate account for whatever, that's fine. Okay, however, you have to have a commonality. There needs to be transparency in what you're doing. Can't have, because you may have a person in your life that is very, very loose with the coin. So, you know, they just buy and impulsively buy and just spend money and really not think about what the long-term effects are. Then you have somebody who's sitting there with a calculator. Okay, that was 5 cents of water. Okay, you know, whatever. So you can have extreme opposites. Sometimes that can work if there is an agreement that, hey, you kind of keep, you know, a handle on it, not a restraint. And, you know, hey, tap me on the shoulder. Hey, you know, well, you know, these things have to be done first and then we can play. So you have to have that agreement. But if you got somebody over there doing whatever the heck they want to do all the time and you're over here stressed, wondering how you're going to cover stuff, that can be a big issue in a relationship. I'm going to stir because I hear my taters calling. So let me get over here. Yeah, they doing their thing on a high. I just need to bring them up. So I'm going to have to be very, very intentional with this because at this heat, anything can happen, y'all. And we don't want to burn them. We just want to cook them. Okay. So that's what we're doing. And we're just moving them around. Not anything difficult, just moving them from one side to the other and kind of turning them as you go, as they're getting brown on each side. And like I said, with this, so many potatoes in this little pan, you definitely want to have that steam going through them. Because it doesn't take much to cook these potatoes, but they are a little chunky. So you want to make, by the time you get the other part ready, you get ready to marry them all together in this stock pot. Or in your case, it could be up, one drops out. Then everybody is at the right temperature of doneness. Like I'm talking about these potatoes, they are somebody. Potatoes, what you say? You are what? Somebody. Yeah, okay. So, there you go. You should see the little smiles on the little tater faces. Yes. Let me put this on this top right here, y'all. I know I'm talking a language you do not understand. Okay, however, let me wipe that up. The little condensation over there, because I'm cooking on the opposite side of where I usually cook, where I have my little thing, put my little lid there. All right. So, like I was saying, when you're a partnership, you're merging together, and that should be the money too. Okay. I know a lot of different scenarios. Okay, I know people who have totally separate accounts, and I guess one person will pay this and one person will pay that, and never do the two twains meet. I know people who have joint accounts, okay, and they have a joint account, and they may have some accounts on the side. I know people that just have that only account. I know people that don't have no account at all, and we wondering how they're gonna pay their mortgage. But anyway, let's move it right along. So, if you're building something together, and let me turn this down. I'm gonna take it to a 8. If you're trying to build a partnership, you're building something together, all together now. Yes. So you can't be over here on the left field and I'm over here on the hill, and then we're trying to figure out, what should we do about this? What should we do about that? I am telling you, communication is really the nucleus of any relationship. That's on every level: financial, emotional, spiritual, everything. If you don't know what's going on with that person, it's going to pose at some point a problem. You got to talk about it. The rough stuff, you got to talk about it. It can't always be the happy stuff. Sometimes you got to get serious. That's just life. And that's life for everybody. I don't care how much money you got or don't. Okay. Everybody at some point is going to have a valley in their life. So that is going to be lessened if you have a sense of communication where, hey, we're gonna go through this battle together if we have to, whatever the case may be. But if you're only in it when the good times are there, maybe you should rethink it and handle your business by yourself. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, because it's about being there, being present, and not just showing up a body, just being a body like a chair. Because I could get me a nice, comfortable chair, and hey, I ain't got to feed that. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me stir again. Yep. Because they're getting the nice little brownness that I need them to get. Some of them are really getting brown on the bottom. And which is good because I want them to have this color at the end of the day. Now, you can do something else if you want. If you want to make it simpler for yourself and you don't want to have to stir, you can line a cookie sheet or something. I would suggest some parchment paper along with the foil underneath it. Do the seasoning, pop them in the oven before you even start this thing and have them pretty much cooked, sitting off the side, and then you just can incorporate them. But I got to show you the hard way. You got to learn the hard ways in case you don't have the easy stuff, because the finances may not be there. The wealth may diminish. I'm just saying. So, let me stir. And see, they're starting, they're going to have a nice little color to them. I'm really feeling this. And I'm feeling the softness. And believe it or not, you may not believe me. As I'm stirring this, I really feel the creaminess of this potato. Is it in my mind?
No.
I don't know.
I love the texture of those potatoes.
Yeah, I listen, these are the only potatoes. I'm telling you, for everything. And I know when you go into the restaurant, they give you a big Idaho potato. with the butter and the stuff. Honey, give me 2 or 3 of these with the butter and the sour cream and the chives. And
I wonder
it,
what do they make Nathan's fries out of?
I don't know what they make. I don't know what they make them out of. I don't know.
But they taste like they could be.
I don't know. They may be. I never looked on the back of the package. She's talking about Nathan's French fries. That's something that's indicative to Coney Island. Nathan's French fries, if you don't know, Coney Island is an amusement park that's in New York. And it's just like a staple there. So it's just there. And it used to be rather inexpensive, but what I'm hearing now, it's like going to Disney World. Okay. However, it was something that any little New Yorker knew about, and we used to go. You just hop on the train, go to Coney Island. And they had this restaurant called Nathan's. And if you heard of Nathan's hot dogs or whatever, that's where all that stuff derives from. But they have the French fries, and they were wide cut with crinkles. And you would just get these fries, and they would come in like a cylinder-like paper container, and you would just eat the fries, and the fries are so good. So now they sell them in the grocery store. So she was saying she wondered if they made them out of red potatoes. I really don't know, but that's something for me to find out. So I'm going to put the top back on here. And so, anywho, so is it a luxury? Are you a luxury person? Do you have to have all of the name brand, the finer things, the BMW, and then you have someone who is just, okay, this is our budget for the month, okay? If you're going to get some designer clothes, you can't eat for the rest of the month, type thing. So, so, hey, what's giving that Louis Vuitton, okay, that probably will set you back. Oh, you'll lose a lot of weight, probably about, depending on how much money you get every week or whatever, every 2 weeks, may set you back 6 months. Instant diet. You won't need GLP drugs and shots. There you go, right there, because you got your budget bae right on the side. Like, okay, now, okay, you happy? Them shoes right there, yeah, they're red, huh? Okay, Your eyes are kind of red because hunger. Hey, I'm just saying. Okay, but let's be serious. What'd you say, Marshall's Ross? For that, there you go. Okay, but see, you are the budget bae. You're the budget bae with the luxury. I'm talking about Deborah Huckabee. She the budget bae with your luxury taste. So she gonna find the back door and go to one of the places where you can get what you want for a little cheaper. So she can at least have some ramen soup. So she gonna get some ramen soup. Okay, she ain't gonna have to sacrifice as much. She can eat a little bit. Okay, so what do you think about prenups? And prenups. People think prenups are only for the rich. But if you have anything that you are trying to protect or preserve, I don't know. Some people feel like a prenup is kind of saying that you don't trust that person. Hey, Lolo, how are you? Yeah. You going, okay. You say you're going to, I know what your weekends are like, okay? Believe me. But I know that you're there right there in the wings cheering me on. So do your thing, girl. And thank you for stopping by. Anyway, so prenups. I don't think that some people think that prenups signify that you don't trust this person. When you go into a partnership, you marry somebody or whatever the case may be, that should be the last thing on your mind. But let's get real. A marriage is a partnership. And if you think about it if you talk about longevity, okay, when you like get my age, 26 or whatever, you got to start thinking about, hey, retirement, things like that. So I say you never know what's going to happen. You hope and you work towards your relationship being solid forever. Okay. And you're going to split things however you split them. But sometimes things just don't. And we all know the height of the divorce rate in this country is astronomical. And people tend to turn different when the stars are out of their eyes. Sometimes people can be mature, but sometimes people can't. So I'm a firm believer in this. Okay. I think, hey, leave with what you came. Me personally. I don't want to take you to the bank. I really don't, because I'm an independent person. I'm not trying to take everything you got. Okay. If there's something that we need to really split because it's going to be advantageous for the both of us, then hey, let's do that. And not have to deal with the pain or all that other stuff. But it's a lot of times there's a lot of dynamics and feelings and blah, blah, blah. And the reason why the people were with you, because you got to keep them accustomed to the lifestyle that they were accustomed to and blah. If you want to look at it logically, a prenup may be a good thing. Okay. Then you don't have to squat. I can look at it from a lot of different perspectives. A prenup can be almost like life insurance. You don't really want to be unalived, but if you're unalived, do you really want your family to have to get a GoFundMe to bury you? Think about it. So you get your insurance policy just in case. This is a little bit of an insurance policy. So what you put in it, that's the thing that may determine the trust factor. Oh, you can't have another husband for blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can't cut your hair. You can't gain weight. When they start doing crazy stuff like that, then hey, going to recoil and may not be having a wedding at all. Okay. But if you say something like, and let me stir again. Because you're getting a little frisky over here, y'all. Okay. Oh, yes. Nicely browned on this crisp and browned, and it's going to go really well. And I'm not going to overcook them because they like I said, it doesn't take much for these when you are steaming them through. Oh wow, should I eat these just like this right now? To be totally honest, that looks really good, and it's getting soft to the point that as I'm stirring, they're kind of breaking up. So I don't want them to get too soft. If I put the top on them, I think, and just set them to the side while I'm doing the steak, they should be all right. But as I said, that's one perspective of prenup. Then you got, well, why do you need a prenup? Okay, if you love me, why we got to go through all this? I love you, but I also want to make sure that we use some prudent judgment just in case, because ain't nothing promised to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe I would do a prenup. I don't know. It depends. It depends on a lot of factors, for me. But I wouldn't count it out. I really wouldn't count. Because, people go into marriages for all different reasons in their mind. A lot of times people don't think about the long term or the end game or all those things like that. So, what do you guys think? What do you think about a prenup? Anybody?
I personally think that it can be beneficial as long as it's discussed between the parties and everyone understands why they're doing it. Because like you said, a lot of people, and I know some people who will say like prenups mean like, oh, you're already planning to exit before we even get in. I've actually seen that on a few 90 Day Fiance episodes.
Oh boy, she's bringing in. I don't know if y'all can hear anything she's saying. Okay, but she's bringing in 90 Day Fiance again, y'all.
Well, no, so this is one couple who was getting married, and one of the partners wanted to have a prenup and was saying like it protects their, and they had more money, of course. So they were trying to protect their assets to make sure that the other person had good intention. And the other person didn't have bad intentions, but they felt like, well, if you love me and we're supposed to stay together forever, why are you trying to find an out to protect yourself for when we're not together? Because that shouldn't even be an option.
Can anybody hear her? Because I know the sound's going. She's talking about somebody on 90 Day Fiance, her favorite thing to watch, obviously. And because I guess that's the new relationship channel. I don't know.
I've been watching that for years.
Anyway.
But yes, it was. If you didn't hear me, I had said that there was a couple on there where one was a little bit more well off, I guess, financially, and they wanted to get a prenuptial agreement before getting married. The other partner was saying they don't want anything from them, but they're like, why do you want to rush into getting a prenuptial agreement if you feel like we're supposed to stay together forever? Because that feels almost as if you're planning for us to break up before we even jump into it.
Yeah, that could be something. I say you never know. I mean, yeah. I say, what do you say, Volvo love? You said you wouldn't marry anyone today without a pre. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Oh, Lois said, my girls are luxury even when they're thrifting. They are looking for luxury quality brands.
Right.
Plus, I get a prenup for my kids' sake and split right.
Right. I hear you.
Okay. he keeps his stuff. Oh, snap.
I don't see anything wrong with that, because maybe that will promote. Okay, if you really want that good life, if you're starting together and you have both, hey, I say get a prenup and you don't have nothing. This is the future stuff, okay? Because if you start together at the same dynamic equally financially, say you do, we get the prenup, right? Maybe this will promote you to be a little more ambitious so you can make sure you have some at the end of the road, just in case. So that you can put whatever you want in a prenup, as much or as little. I'm not saying that everybody should go there because, like I said, I don't have a prenup. It was a trust factor, but I have a secret weapon. I'm not telling. Okay, that's not. See, I don't want to go into a cell. Anywho, but no, I'm playing. But I'm saying, hey, it's about how you feel. I don't know if you can get. What is it? It's not even a post nut. No,
Yeah,
but
post-nuptial agreement.
well, but that's after the fact. You may be able to. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know if there's a certain time frame to that, but that does exist, and they still have to be willing to do it. That's something I was wondering about. If the other person doesn't want to, how does that work?
If the other person doesn't want to, and it really means that much to you, then that may not be the person for you.
Right, but you're already married, so now you have.
Oh, you mean after the fact?
Right, so now you still got to deal with the situation.
Yeah, well, then you got some thinking to do, Lucy.
Well, see, I think that's what I'm saying. I think it might be a time frame. Isn't it like a certain amount of months that you can get it annulled before?
Yeah, I think, but I don't. I'm not a lawyer. I really can't tell you that. Okay, so now I have my steak. Okay, I got my potatoes on the side. My taters are ready to marry. They just don't have a groom or bride yet. So I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of this olive oil and I'm going to pour it over. I'll just use the rest of it over my steak, right inside the bag. Now you can lay it out if you want to season it that way. This is my way to do it because I don't want to get anything on my hands. So as little as I have to, put it that way. So I don't know what I did with the top. Okay, there it is. So let me close that up. So I put 3 to 4 tablespoons, because I got a lot of meat here, of olive oil in here. And this is more so as a binder to help my seasoning stick because I'm not laying it out. I'm going to take a little sprinkle of my liquid smoke just to give it that smoky flavor. You don't have to do that, but I have a little bit left, so what the heck. I'm going to put that in there, and I'm just going to sprinkle it in because most of mine is gone. So I'm using the last of all this stuff because everything's going into the G file, and I'll have to re-up. Okay? I'm going to take, and normally you would take about 2 tablespoonfuls for this amount of meat of the Worcestershire sauce. I think I maybe got a teaspoonful and a half, so we're going to stick that in there. Okay, just a little, and put that in there. Okay, that's all gone. I'll tell you, I'm on the last leg of everything. All right.
The rest of it.
And then I'm going to take 2 teaspoonfuls of the low sodium teriyaki sauce and pour that over. I really like using this. It is a marinade, okay, but I like using it straight up like that. I'm just putting everything up in here. I'm letting y'all know. Okay. Then I'm going to take my pepper. I'm taking my onion powder. I'm sorry. Onion powder. Teaspoonful of onion powder in there. I'm going to take my Casey's Blessing, and I'm just going to make it rain because I can with the Casey's Blessing because it is nothing but spices and herbs. And depending on what kind of all-purpose seasoning you have, you can do the same. If not, you got to think about the other ingredients in there. Okay? So to determine how much you want to do. But I will tell you this, you want your stuff to be seasoned. That's all I got to say. Okay? I'm going to do some black pepper. That's going to be a teaspoonful of black pepper. Okay? And I'm going to do some paprika because I want that nice little char. So So I'm going to do a teaspoonful of paprika, and it gives it a nice flavor. I'm going to do, what else do I have over here? Okay, did everything, onion, Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start massaging this in. I have it open, but I'm going to massage it in, and then I'm going to stick a little bit of garlic in here. So what I'm going to do with this now, I'm going to take my garlic, and I'm going to put my first teaspoon, 2 teaspoonfuls of garlic inside the meat. Okay, because I want it to get a certain flavor. So I'm putting, and I will be using some more garlic. Oh yeah, I will. And I'm going to take a little piece of my rosemary. Okay, so rosemary, I'm sorry, thyme. Why am I thinking rosemary? Saying rosemary. Okay, so thyme looks like this. So I'm going to take a sprig of it. I'm not going to even break it up because I'm going to remove this. This is all just to flavor it up. Maybe I'll put 2 of these in here. So it's like a little vine, and I put that in there. Let me get the rest back in here. And these little things are cute too, but they don't, they don't hold up as long as the other herbs, that I have in the little cups, the herbettes in the cup. Okay, so then I'm going to take some rosemary. And the rosemary comes in, it looks like a tree or stalk or something. So I'm going to get that and stick that in here. I'm just dropping everything up in here. I'm letting y'all know. 2 of them I put in here because this is all about giving it that lift. So I'm going to do the same thing with my herbettes. I'm going to do a pinch of each one. Pinch of parsley, pinch of basil, and a pinch of Italian herbs. Okay, a big pinch. So a big pinch is when you take all 3 fingers and you stick it like that. That's a big pinch. Okay, when you're doing a little pinch, it's just the 4-finger and the thumb. Okay, get that over here. And I'm going to do a little pinch of it. Matter of fact, this is only a pinch that's left in here. And this is my chopped parsley. I do have more parsley in the fridge, so I will get that out. Okay, and what do I have over here? My basil. So let me get some basil in here. Just like that. And I'm going to do a heaping pinch of basil. Okay, so let me get this stuff back over here. Okay, she gave me some more parsley. She gave me more parsley, so that's good. And last but not least, I'm going to take a little bit of the red wine, cooking wine, and I'm going to put maybe 2 teaspoonfuls, or no, 1 teaspoonful of that, just a little drizzle. So I put that in there. Okay, I am now going to take this bag that has all these lovely ingredients in them, and I'm going to close it up and pray that it doesn't come apart because this is not the normal bags that I get. This is something that I tried to get on the cheap, and that's how it acts. And so I'm going to do my massage, guys, and I'm going to just do it all in, but I'm not done with my seasoning. This is the first layer. Okay, what you can do if you want, and I would have done if I was thinking earlier, and I normally do, all of these things like this, you can put it in ahead of time and stick it in the refrigerator for as long as you want. You can do it overnight. If you do it overnight, it's more flavorful, but at least up to 30 minutes you can do, and you will get the flavors will enhance. Okay, so I'm going to massage this. I'm going to be very, very careful because, hey, I don't know how this bag may react. All right, so let me get this over here just like that. Okay, that's looking good. So the rest of our seasoning will come as the meat browns. Okay, and as it browns, we will season. Yes, we will. So let's get this over here. I'm going to heat up this skillet. Now, this skillet doesn't take forever because it gets hot real quick. So I'm going to spray it. I'm going to have my meat over here. Let me get my cooking spray. And let me just get this over here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this to the side. And that's my vegetables. Okay, the vegetables over there. And I'm going to take my vegetables. I'm going to take my big pot here because, like I said, I need a bigger skillet for all of this that I'm cooking. But I got my big pot over there. And there's a little bit of water in here, so let me get it out. Dry that out. And I'm going to saute my veggies over there while I'm sauteing my steak. Normally, like I said, if you're not cooking in this large volume, you can do all this in one skillet. I'm cooking in large volume as usual. So I should name this show we're in the army now, and this is the soup line.
Army rations.
Exactly. So I'm spraying this because that's what I do, and really it is nonstick. But I want to preserve my pots. So let me get that. I'm going to take that to a high. I'm going to put some avocado oil in there because I want to saute these vegetables and get them over there. Because eventually everything's going to go into one pot. Okay? And it only takes a minute for this to heat up, so I can get this in pretty much right away. I'm just watching because in a second, it's already smoking. So let me get this in here. Let me take this down. Okay, I'm taking it down to a 5. When I tell you these things heat up so fast, look at that. It hasn't even been a half a minute. Okay, this really conducts really well. So let me take that, and I'm going to start with the red pepper. Put that in the red pepper and the jalapeno pepper in here because that takes a little long. And what I'm going to do, I'm not trying to brown it. I'm going to sweat it. So I'm going to put all of my veggies in here. And I'm going to put the top on. I'm just going to let them sweat. So what sweating means they're wilting down a little bit, just softening them up. Because they're going to be doing some other actions once we get the steak going. So let me just stir this around. And break that up. Break my vegetables up. Okay, because they weren't all broken up. So take them and see if they went down just like that. So let me take it back up to 5, 6. Okay. And I'm going to season these vegetables. Like I tell you, everything I do is a layer of seasoning, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to hit it with some Casey's Blessing. And I'm going to put some garlic in here too. So I'm going to do a teaspoonful, of garlic in here. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in here. Some more onion powder on top of the onions because it really has a different flavor. So just a little sprinkle. And I'm also going to put a little sprinkle of salt. Just like that. Okay, just a sprinkle. Okay, now I'm going to stir this around and I'm going to put a top on it. There you go. All right. And you got your little thing going on here that's nice and seasoned. Put that top on here. I'm going to take them down so they can sweat. I'll take them down to maybe a 2 so they can do their little thing over here. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get ready for my steak. And I'm going to spray the pan for that. But I don't know. I agree with you. Bobo to love. You know, in this day and time, I will probably get a prenuptial because I'm not a starry-eyed teenager anymore. Okay. And hey, different times, you got to think about your financial future, but for the both of you, you know, not just you. Okay. But for the both of you. I don't think that if that's something that you want to pursue and that's something that you agree upon, that takes the romance out of it. Okay, because you can't eat romance. I'm just telling you. Can't eat it. It's not gonna stop the pain in your stomach. It's not gonna cover your head when it rains. It's cute and all, but you can have all of those things and still be financially secure. So let me just press this. And I'm not going to do a high because I told you these skillets get hot quick. Because I'm going to put some of this avocado oil in here too. I'm just killing it with the avocado oil. I'm just telling you. Because, okay, see what y'all doing in here. Y'all not really, it's no movement. So we got to go up to a 3. Okay. Let me move this over here. And let's see. Can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see the skillet. Let me see. Should I stand here? No, I can't stand. I'm gonna have to stand over there. Y'all gonna have to get your life and just deal with my stripes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So it's heating up, and I think I could take it for a 7 but a 6 must be the sweet spot for this. Okay, where it doesn't heat too quickly. It'll heat slowly. But I ain't got that kind of time because I'm hungry. Okay, so this needs to go up to a 4 because it's just sitting here. Now, if I take it to a 5, then it'll start acting crazy. Okay. Okay, so let me get this in here because I feel that it's gonna get hotter. So I'm just coating my pan with the avocado oil, about 3 tablespoons of that. I'm gonna let it heat up. I'm gonna have my meat ready, y'all, and I'm gonna just dump it all up in here. Okay, with the rosemary and everything. You know, it's all gonna get toasted because I'm gonna remove it. Just like that. Yeah, it's about ready. So, money mismatched and mismatched values. Like I said, everybody got to be on the same page and wavelength. Sometimes somebody has to grow to where you are to see things, like I said, see things in a more logical way. Okay. So, and let me take this down because I don't want to scorch my oil. Okay, I'm taking it down, and I know I'm gonna have to bring it back up because, like I said, when you start putting all this meat in here, it's gonna lower the temperature. But for now, we get this all in there just like that. And see, it's going down. It's starting. I'm gonna take it back up again because as soon as it hit the pan, it started lowering the heat because this is a lot of meat. Normally, you would not put this much meat in this little pan, okay? But again, I am working with the masses, y'all. So pretend this is for 4 people and it's half the amount of meat. The other half would be the potatoes, which would not be that much. But if I cook this stuff and I only cook enough for 4 of us, it will be, put it this way, y'all have to say, there's a room in the back of my house for you, Casey, because they'll kick me out, okay? So I have to roll like that. But I'm going to take it. I have it on an 8. And as it's cooking, what it's doing, those seasonings that I had in it, in this bag right here, are starting to make a lovely sauce. So let me dump this in the garbage. And let me get back over here. Okay. And I'm going to start moving this around. So see, the good thing about beef is it depends on whether you want it well done, medium, whatever. Okay. Now I do want it to have a nice little coloring to it. So we're gonna cook you just a teeny tiny. Because we're gonna finish it off in this pot over here. That's why I got the vegetables. So it'll have a little bit more wiggle room, you know. But I wanted to have a nice little brown on it in here. And like I said, putting some heat to these, to the rosemary and to the thyme is doing nothing but enhancing the flavor. I'm gonna take it up to a 9. And that's a lot for this kind of skillet right here. Okay. But like I said, when your values are mismatched when it comes to finances, that can pose a big problem. But you have the flip side of it. You have the flip side of people who are willing to work these things out, really understand, you know, the end game, okay, and not just live for the here and now. You want to have deeper discussions when you are dating, when you are getting into a relationship and you're thinking about making this a partnership, okay? It's just like if you're the CEO of a business. It's just a love business. But love also has to have finance because I don't know who made that song. No romance without finance. I don't know if y'all remember that. Boy, nothing in life is free. That's why I'm asking you, what can you do for me? I don't know if you remember that. Because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you want to be with me. She ain't saying she ain't got nothing, but you gotta have something too. So that's an opinion, okay? Cute song, though. I don't remember who made it. I'm not sure. Look at the Jones girls, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so let me get this in here. And I'm just turning my beef around. Turn my beef around. Love to hear that rosemary. Flip it all around. Okay, let me stop. Crazy. See, and they over here making me act that way because they over in the background singing song. Okay, she didn't know anything. Okay. She didn't know. Oh boy, like I said, it's making a nice little flavorful little something or another over here on this skillet. Okay, so let me get this back over here. Let's check on our veggies. Yes, they're doing fine. So, like I said, with anything, we've been talking about relationships almost a year. Different aspects of relationships for almost a year. And I'm going to tell you, we've covered a lot of different areas, which lets you know how complex relationships can be and continue to be. And it just keeps going on and on and on. But at the end of the day, I will tell you this. If it's worth it to you, you will put in the work in whatever area it is. Okay. I'm not going to sit and tell you that finances is right up there with a whole lot of, health, all those things like that. You can go through all of these dynamics. You can be up here and then you be down there. You can be in the middle financially. But if you're not on the same page, it's going to cause contention. Okay. It really is. Okay. And Lolo said, have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, Lo. You take care of yourself now. All right. So I'm going to let this continue to do its thing over here. Let me check my veggies over here. And let me stir you up. Perfect. Just like that. That's great. The last thing that I will add to this will be my potatoes. And my potatoes, they doing their thing. They already. Actually, you can go over there and eat one. Y'all want to eat one? I would love for you to eat one. Okay, no, not them. I'm talking about my family that's watching. Okay. I said eat, and my goodness, they started coming towards me.
You said y'all want to eat?
Yeah, I'm not talking about them, y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Okay. All right. Just trying to get some of this liquid up that has gotten all over the place here. All right. So, yeah, see, this is making right now, if you have half of this, you got your gravy already going on. And the pepper is like doing its thing to me. Because I got several different peppers. I have the jalapeno pepper. I have black pepper, so yeah. And, it's just all these lovely, lovely seasonings that are doing what they do. And this is going to be good when I get it inside the pot here. I'm almost ready to put it in the pot too.
Are you going to be able to lift it?
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. Oh, that's perfect. I'm almost ready, guys, to put it in the pot. Let me just shake that off and get it married over here. And then I can really do what I want to do as far as finishing up, like the sauce and getting my butter in here. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to take this one stick of butter and I'm going to put it over here in the pot with the veggies. Because after all, it's a garlicky butter steak. A steaky butter garlic. It's one of them. Yeah. So see, in this dish, and this is why I chose it, each one of these items have to contribute to the pot, to the overall pot, and the overall taste and flavor of what we're going to be eating. Okay, if one of them want to dip or one of them want to act like they're not doing what they need to do, the whole house will fall. A foundational piece needs strengthening and fortifying from every area. That's what I think. And that means financially, emotionally, and all of the above. Sometimes you're not equal in those areas, and that's all well and good. However, that has to be something that you discuss ahead of time, and don't wait until after you have said I do to say you don't. That's all I'm saying. Be intentional. Be intentional. Like Bobo Love said, be intentional Ask those hard questions before you walk down the aisle. Before you have a partnership with somebody, ask those questions. They're important. You know what you can do without. See, how much can you do without? Are you the person that just has to have the higher end things in life? And it just won't do for you. Okay. You got to be able to know, again, know who you are. Don't know that you can settle. If you can't settle, then hey, that may not be the partner for you if you have to. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to go through these different changes in a relationship. That's just the way it is. And it doesn't have to be just financial, but you have to realize that, things may change, not through anything that you've done, but, that's just how life is. So now I'm taking all these little vines and things out because I'm about to put it over into the onion. So I'm going to try to get as much out as I can see. And if I see some more, then yeah, I will do that. But it's gotten a nice flavor from all of the things. So let me get this over here. Now, if you can see, can you see that? That's what you want it to look like. You're going to put it. Well, let me move my butter over, okay? Because my butter has not quite melted. So let me get it. Let me stir it in here. That can keep cooking on the side of here. What's the matter? Okay, see, they creeping closer and closer. I'm like,
I'm observing, and it smells so good.
I'm like, why does it look like Corey's getting closer to me? And he's getting close, and he's over there like,
We're on standby in case you need help. That's why.
He's like, I'm just observing. It smells so good. Okay. So the butter is almost melted, and I wanted to get all the way melted before I dump this meat in here. So let me turn it up one more notch. One more notch. Okay. And I think it's good. So let's get that over. I'm going to dump this into here with all its lovely juices. Just like that. I'm going to bring the temperature up on this pot. I'm going to get it all together. All together now. Okay. I want to bring this up. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to wipe this area off. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on my bigger side of my cooktop for a bigger pot. That smells really good. Okay, get that over here. Just like that, clean that off. And then I'll get it over here, turn it on again. All right. Let me wipe that down. And move that to this side. And turn up the heat. I'm going to turn up the heat, y'all. Let me see. Put this here. Get it on high. That should heat up in about 5, 4, 3, 2 seconds. See, there you go, just like that. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's doing its thing up in here now. Yeah, huh? Yeah. So as I'm stirring, I'm seeing a little vine. So I'm getting the little vine out, which is not going to hurt you. It's just I don't want it there. The amount of juices and all of the nice gravy and flavor. Oh boy, this is going to be really good. Okay, so now this is what I do. Here we go again. More seasoning. Okay, so I'm going to get a little more seasoning. And I'm going to put some more garlic in here because it is the garlic buttery steak. And I'm going to throw some more herbs up in there because I can. So I'm going to do a little more parsley. Just a little sprinkle. And I'm going to take some more of my herbs over here. I'm going to do the Italian and the basil. Okay, I'm going to take it down some because high is really, really high. Okay, that looks good. And I see another little piece of vine. So see, you'll find your vines as you turn it and turn it and turn it. So let me get a pinch of my basil in there. And like I said, I lived the life. That was the Italian seasoning. I'm sorry. I'm going to get a pinch of the basil. I lived the life of layered flavors. Layered flavors really work well. And you can tell the dimensions. You really can. Okay. And I'm going to get some more garlic in there. And it won't be overpowering. Trust me, because I don't like overpowered garlic, which is why I always used to use the powder. But since I discovered this in the squeeze bottle, okay, this has been a game changer. So I'm putting a tablespoonful of garlic in there, okay, and I'm going to stir that around just like that. Okay, it's gonna be nice, and I'll let that cook. I'm going to put just a little bit of my browning liquid in, a little bit of gravy master, just for color, really, because it looks nice and thick enough. Just a little sprinkle. So about a half a teaspoonful of that, and I'm going to stir that in, and that's just to help it just have another color, a darker color. Okay. Yeah, I made to it doing. Here's another one. See, as I stir, I'm finding more of the little sprigs. I put a lot of those things in there because I want them to be really flavored with the thyme. Okay, I'm going to do a little more gravy master. So the other half of the teaspoon. Because it's, like I said, it's about the visuals for me. And yeah, that's looking real nice. So let's hope it tastes nice. How about that? Okay, if somebody wants to taste a piece of the steak, because the steak is done, okay, and you can cook it as well or not. It's up to you. Okay, and tell me, I hope this stuff ended up being tender, or it's getting tender.
Oh, I'm going to try. Let's find out.
Oh, try this one. Okay, I'm letting beautiful assistant try one, because as soon as I know that it's at the right tenderness, then I will add my potatoes. Yes, I will. Mm-hmm. It's good? Mm-hmm. It's nice and tender?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful sister says it's nice and tender. We're going to let it cook for a couple more seconds. I'm going to throw these herbs in the trash, and I'm going to add another half a stick of butter to that. Because what I did, I gave her one of the pieces that's really a really thick piece. I wanted to see if that was going to really do it. And it did.
Nice flavor.
Nice flavor. So let me take that. Let me stir. Doesn't need any salt or anything.
No, nothing any salt.
Okay. All right. And it looks beautiful.
Very much.
Okay, I'm just letting it kind of reduce a little, because I'm gonna get my potatoes in here and I'm gonna toss it. I didn't even need this faking gravy here. It's not faking, but it's not homemade. I didn't need that. So I pull things out because when I'm doing this creating thing, it just kind of it's organic. What can I tell you?
It's like art.
It really is like art. It really is. It's science and art all put together.
You may not use every color on the palette, but you still bring them different.
Exactly. Exactly. So let me get that other little half a piece of butter. And we're gonna be cooking with gas. I'm gonna take a half a stick of this butter, put it in. We just break it in half. Because it's nice and soft, so I can just break it in half and squeeze it in there just like that. And the rest of it, I'll just close up and I'll put it in a little baggie. And once the butter melts, then we can mix the potatoes and it should be done. We're ready to plate up, y'all. Put that in here. Get my butter back in the fridge. Just like that. And all of these little empty containers that I no longer need, I will get them in the garbage so I don't end up thinking that I have stuff I don't have. How about that? Okay, so let me get my cooking wine back where it was. Okay, put it over there. There you go. And let me get over here and see if this butter has doing this all better and melted. Okay, so now that you've had some time to think about these things, my question to you is this. Would you stay with your partner if they lost everything financially? Don't all jump at the question at one time. Okay, I'm just telling you. And for those of you, I see 11 of you, do a sister a favor and hit the like button. Yes, for real. Okay, so this is doing this little thing. That's the butter is almost melted. It's going to be a beautiful marrying of flavors. Okay. Okay, I forgot to put y'all let me sit up here and leave my herbettes out. Okay. Come on. Y'all gotta help. Family helps each other. What's up with that? Okay. Okay, who says? Lone says it would depend on how he what you say? It depends. Okay, give me a for instance, Lone. What would be the caveat to you not staying? Okay. Because I want to know. Oh, so if he lost it, maybe if he lost it all gambling, you would bounce, is what you're saying? Something like that. Let me know. See, she did it. Exactly. Sorry. What's the question? The question is, Deborah, would you stay with your partner if they lost everything financially? That's my question. And I'm going to give you a few minutes, Deb, because I know you said that, you know, the type of thing, it can take a second. Oh boy, this is great. Okay, I think that, yeah, this is probably, hope it's tender enough. You said, I'm going on what beautiful sister says. Okay, so y'all, I'm about to marry. So we're going to have a wedding. So come on. What's going to be our wedding song? Please don't say here and now. Okay. I don't have anything against it. But boy, oh boy, they don't work that one to death.
Deborah said love does what love does.
Okay, you know what? That has nothing to do with, you know, Deborah, what do you have that, a time stamp on your phone but you don't want to type? Okay, what does that have to do with you staying on? Love ain't got nothing to do with eating and finance. Okay, so give me an answer, lady. Okay, I'm going to take these beautiful, I didn't let y'all see how beautiful the potatoes are. You see that? Nice. Yeah, okay, so now I'm going to take them. I'm going to put them in here. Remember, if you don't have 155,203 people to feed, this would be a skillet. Okay? This would be a skillet, y'all. And you wouldn't have to put it in 3 pots. So don't say, oh, she said this is a skillet. Yeah, it would be if you didn't have the tribe. I got the tribe. I ain't mad at the tribe, but I do have the tribe, y'all. Just letting you know. Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we want to get something so we can plate these up.
This is how we do. I'm sorry. It's the best wedding song. Oh, this is how we do it. The best wedding song.
Okay, this is how we do. I could just imagine walking down the aisle to that, right? Come on. Oh, who was that, Long?
No, that was Deborah.
That was Deborah. You are crazy, girl. All right. Yeah, this is.
You said get bowls, plates.
Yeah, I think we can do plates or bowls because it's really beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she said I'm sitting, and you know it. You know it.
Okay. I think it needs a little salt.
Really?
It needs a little bit of salt. Little bit of salt, y'all.
That looks so good.
Just a little
I think
bit.
you should do a plate. I mean a bowl.
Okay, they're bowling me today, y'all.
Yeah.
They bowling me. They won't plate me. They're bowling me. Still bowling, a sister.
Gotta get the juices. Can't do that in place.
See, she's being a financial bae. Okay, a budget bae. Okay, because she don't want to watch the big dish. Okay.
No.
Okay, I am going to get my ladle to ladle it up, and yeah, you can call the grill master down.
I will do that. Yes, I will.
Okay, so you say that. Okay, Lone said that. Okay, so I got another one for you. Do women want love or luxury or both? But I can say that for men too, because you got a plenty of men that's sitting up there looking for a sugar mama. Okay, so well, that's the last question, I promise. I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I know what I know, but what do you know? Okay. This is great. Perfect right here. Oh, y'all gonna love this. Let me turn it off. Matter of fact, let me get it over here. That way it can stop the cooking process. Let me clean up my mess. While y'all marinate on that question. I know one of my lovely family has an answer for me. I'm gonna say it again. Do you think that women today want love or luxury? And I'm gonna put that out for men and women. What do you think? While I tidy up over here. Okay. Tidy up and bowl it and dip this stuff up. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get that in here. Let's see. Anybody have anything to say? Okay, Deb. Come on, Deb. I know. Come on. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here because I think that some people are hungry. Okay. Okay. All right. In the meantime, I'll start plating it up. It has a nice little juice gravy to it. It's really nice. Okay, let me make it all cute and pretty.
Oh, Lone said, I want love. I don't care about luxury if there's no love.
I can't see. I'm with you. I am with you, Lone. And why can't we have it all? How about that? We build a financial world together that we both can enjoy and bask in the love we have. How about that? Can we all just do that? Okay, let's see. I keep missing my parsley. I don't know. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me find the parsley again. I don't know if I did. I don't remember putting it back, but I have a lot of these, so I'm not tripping. Okay. I got parsley coming out of everything, y'all. And this one's not even open. So, yeah. I said I got parsley coming out of everything. Okay, can't get it to work. Okay. All right. Well, this is why I don't go back, because the seal like all get out.
Oh my God. Lone said, I've got news for you all. Spouses are expensive, so pick one in your price range.
You got that right. Pick one in your price range. You right about that. Okay, Corey, here you go. Okay. Okay, you can show the good family, show the good people.
All right, fam. Let me show you this. Let me see. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. You see that? I don't want to tilt it too much because it's got all the juices and stuff in it. But this looks amazing.
Where did my grill master go?
I think he is back.
Indisposed at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Well, and then I'll do beautiful assistant.
Oh my goodness, it melts in your mouth.
So you
The
did
steak.
That's his version.
So the steak flavored perfectly, juicy, and it's so tender. This right here, and the potatoes without like losing its like integrity, it's perfectly look, pairs so well with the steak.
Boy, y'all didn't hear that many words out of him in a while, huh?
I don't know if I'm getting better at it.
No, I'm saying, hey, this must be impressive. Really, husband? Okay, he don't realize 150,000 people can hear this. He over there yawning. Okay, I'm like, really, husband?
I had just fell off.
Yeah. Okay, whatever, man. Okay, this is why you get a prenup. And in the prenup, it says husbands can't yawn on national TV. Okay, that's why. He's our beautiful assistant. God. Oh, I didn't let you guys see this. Okay, I don't know if Corey did.
He did.
Okay. This is beautiful. This is the yawner husband there. Let me get. Okay, let me give you this. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, almost took my fingers off.
My apologies.
Okay, you want a spoon or you want a fork?
A fork, please.
Okay, there you are. Okay, I'm going to be moving my computer over after beautiful assistant.
I'm
Has
just
her
coming
say.
over.
Has her say.
I didn't pull this up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Pull it up. There you
Sorry. Go. Okay. That was way up. Hold on. Now
This is my specialty.
This is
my
steak,
specialty.
steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
It has a great, a great sauce on it. It made a nice sauce.
Oh
I'm
my
about to
God.
taste it. Okay.
Okay.
2 for 2.
Yeah, they've been oh my God and all day.
And you're blameless.
For real.
Okay.
I should have got a spoon and have all the sauce, but that's okay.
That's delicious.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, Deborah gave another song suggestion, even though the marriage has already happened. Try I Found Love by BBCC Winans.
Okay. So did I. Okay.
Oh, good night, Lone. Oh, woo, that's good. Sorry.
Lone is leaving us.
Yeah.
So long, Lone.
Bye, Long.
That is very, very good. Oh my goodness. I got blown away. I couldn't even think straight after that. Ooh.
Okay.
I taste all the flavors together.
Okay. Is that all you got to say? You know, like really? You sure did.
My mouth is burning. I don't want to burn my mouth.
Then why? Okay, let me move this.
First of all,
Okay.
it is absolutely delicious. The meat, as I already said earlier, was perfectly tender. Even though it were nice thick chunks, it's not grainy or anything. It's not getting stuck in your teeth like sometimes steak does. Perfect texture, delicious. As Corey already said, the integrity and the texture of the potato, it absorbed the flavors from the sauce.
Yeah.
But it still held its own against all the other components in the stew. Is it a stew?
Oh, it's not. It's steak and potatoes, but it's looking that way because of the way we dice it and cut it.
But yeah, everything it tastes so delicious. And that little zing, I do taste a little bit of a zing, like a slight heat, but nothing offensive from the jalapeno. It gave it a nice twist. Nice, refreshing twist. I like that. This is delicious. Of course, as always, everything we eat is delicious.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, in the words of my Deborah Huckabee, it's toe curling. She said it's toe curling delicious.
Go ahead,
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But
Okay.
you know something? You know I like rice with everything. I mean,
You can put it on rice if that's what you want
a lot of
to.
people starch on top of starch.
No, not in my life. Okay. However, my husband wants to eat rice with everything. Okay, so he can do what he wants to do. However, It is perfectly fine like this for me.
Yeah.
I am going to try it and then I'll tell you what I think. Okay. Okay. It is a little hot.
Yeah.
I mean, not hot. It's hot because from cooking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
That sound like me.
Uh-huh.
You can make it sounds now.
The steak is so tender.
Mm.
I'm telling you. I don't care what you do. Get yourself some ADOS meat tenderizer. You don't even have to wonder. And if you like your steak well done, you really don't have to wonder. I am telling you. You have to wonder about overcooking your steak. It's going to be tender. This is delicious. It is really, really good. It's so hot. I want to keep putting it in my mouth. But I will say this. At the end of the road, when it comes to wealth and relationships, be fair. That's all I'm going to say. Be fair. Think about it. Talk about it. Be about it. That's what I got to say about it. Okay. Hey, if you like this live, hit that. If you like this live, hit and this recipe. I am so ready to eat this food. Hey, hit that like button. Don't leave a sister hanging. They need to know that you want so much more. And I'm here to give that to you. Yes, I am. We're going to be back next week with another interesting topic and some more delicious grub. I hope you tried these recipes. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, you will be blown away. Your family will be too. And everyone around you will say, wow, boy, they can cook. And you know what I wish you? I wish all of y'all, first of all, whether you're in a relationship, you want to be in one, you're in one with yourself because you're getting to know you. I hope you find your rhythm and dance. And I want to wish you some love, some peace, and happiness. Yes, I do. Until next week, y'all. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe. How can I forget that? Because I'm hungry. That's why. Bye, y'all.